on camera. He is a polite, chonky boy. 5 stars. Wonderful companion, very polite man. Does not talk much, but I see that as a plus. Not only is he chonky, but Snapchat filters work on him too. Do what you will with this info. 10/10, absolutely worth it. But then next person says size matters, 3 stars. My sister was very happy to get another one, but I'm disappointed to say it isn't big like the picture suggests. That's really sad. And then 1 star. I ordered a small gray one. It was supposed to be 13 inches. It's only 10 inches, so it's smaller than advertised. It smells extremely moldy. I'm very unhappy with it. And then 5 stars. My boyfriend loves it. So go buy a plushy seal because he's a chonkers. See? That's it. Okay, roll tape. Hey guys, sorry for that if it was a little glitchy. It doesn't look like the internet is so good tonight, but we have a very exciting show for you. This show, which this is Live in the Dark with Videodrew, starring me, Videodrew. This is where we talk about every news item that's ever happened during the week. And hi, Brandy. Hi, Adelia. Adelia. Hey, everyone. Hey, Amblin Soul. You can donate over at streamlabs.com/Videodrew or in super chats because I deserve money. And also, we have a very special guest that's going to be joining us in a little bit. And his name is the Sneider Cut. And everyone's talking about him. He's the number one trending trend on Google. So you should just Google it and hashtag it and say this show and put the link in because we got that. But we have, before anything else, we have our co-host, Crow host, joining us this evening. As always, it's somebody who I actually have very exciting things to talk about this week. It's Daney. Let's see. Hey, Daney.
I have an idea for this show.
Okay, that's not what I want to talk about. What is your idea, though?
I think we should remake the show as a sitcom with you and Eric going to like a new house, and every episode should be in a different decade.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think, though, what would be good if we call it the Videodrew Eric show, but I don't understand that that's a combination of both of our names until like 5 or 6 episodes in.
Isn't VideoChronic a combination of your guys' names?
That's also a portmanteau, correct. That is what a portmanteau is. It's like a poor man's toe is how I always remember it. Daney, I want to talk to you about a guy, a friend of yours. Sean, can you bring up a picture? Yeah, this is a guy that I discovered over the holiday, and by holiday I mean week. This is, no lie, the Brazilian Big Bird. Daney, we've been on the air for like 26 episodes. Your whole shtick is that you are a fucking bird who lives in Brazil. And you forgot to tell me that your guys' Big Bird looks like a cracked out Willy Wonka meth smoking like fucking, what is that? What is that, Daney?
First of all, I don't see color. I'm colorblind. So for me, He has the same color as the American one. And second of all,
how colorblind works. That's no.
Yeah,
no.
It's the same color.
No, that's not how colorblind doesn't see on the spectrum of like reds. It has nothing to do with the yellow.
It's a special Brazilian condition. And second of all,
okay,
he looks fine to me. He looks very healthy, very
he
fun.
does look very healthy. These puppeteers made decisions. This wasn't born naturally. People made decisions to get this to this place. Someone made a decision to paint his eyes red like he is fucking high. Someone made that call.
Maybe he's high. Maybe his whole shtick is to be high during the show. Is
it? You tell me. What's your Sesame Street like?
I look a little bit like this bird right here. It's not that much, different than this, They are all like very happy, they party too much, It's a very mortal tale.
Is that a thing? Is Big Bird's thing that he parties too much? That's
exactly.
fun. Is that why he sees imaginary people? That actually tracks.
Exactly. He's always in the trip.
Can I ask you what's he hanging out with? What are those? What are those eggs? Those floating eggs? Those balloons? What we got there?
These are meth balloons, like the Breaking Bad meth.
Yeah. Okay. Big Bird on acid. I mean, I just love it. And by the way, this is not the only country that has their own fucked up Big Bird. Apparently, a lot of them do. Portugal has a fucked up Big Bird. They all have fucked up Big Birds. And if you check on Big Bird's Twitter, he has addressed this issue now because someone found this out and went on a meme rant about it. And now Big Bird has been like, those are my cousins. And there's pictures of Big Bird hanging out with them, which means that before COVID, someone went and got the Big Bird and the Portuguese Big Bird outfits together and posed them. It's weird, man.
Weird. They should do a movie with all the Big Birds.
Follow those Big Birds?
The Big Bird adventuring throughout the globe,
Hey, it's Janine. What up? Yeah, this is how Big Bird sees Snuffleupagus. That's sort of what I'm getting at. Is our Big Bird likes LSD because he hallucinates, but maybe other Big Birds in other countries like different substances, and that's funny and something to play on.
You have to be diverse, You have to reach all the audiences.
Yeah, right. You want the whole crowd in there.
Of course.
Yo, Janine's in the audience. Hey, the Juice and
shout
Mike.
Out to
and Janine. Shout out to Mike. He should open all of them. My answer is all of them. Nom.
At once and drink them at once. That's how it works. And you're going to be like Big Bird over there.
Don't get the hot wine or whatever Danny was drinking the other night. Was it hot wine? What'd you call it?
Catuaba.
What is that?
It's a little natural alcoholic beverage here in Brazil that makes you very drunk and horny.
And what's it called? Is it called hot tea or something?
Catuaba.
What's the English word?
There is none. It is still catuaba.
Oh yeah, Catwalla. That's right. Yeah, okay, guys. Catwalla. Well, guys, we have a very special guest joining us, and because of the specialty nature of this guest, we're going to be bringing him on to do the news with us because we love doing the news, but this person might actually know a little bit more about movie news than even me and this bird from fucking Brazil that we got co-hosting the show. We have joining us tonight, it's very special. He's very shirtless. It is Jeff Sneider. Bring him on. What up, Jeff?
He's very excited.
Hey guys, good to see you. Good to see you, Danny. I like those shades.
Thank you, Jeff. I like your outfit. I like the new thing in the neck.
Are you dressed like Bane? Are you dressed like Bane, Jeff? Is that what you're doing? Like a Bane?
This is actually the opposite. This is a Brokeback Mountain jacket.
That's not the opposite of Bane. They were all in Batman movies. It's fine.
I mean, yeah, what's the difference, really, right? Heath Ledger was the Joker, Bane, same thing. But this is a blue belt around the neck. I'm trying to make belts into neckwear.
Wait, is that a new thing? First of all, Jeff, it's very cool of you. I like people that try new things fashion-wise.
Thank you very much. I mean, I did go to NYU. I'm open to experiment.
Yeah. Well, I also think it's a little bit David Carradine of you to be wearing belts around the neck. I feel like... I'm not in the best way. I mean, I feel like it definitely brings to mind an idea of autoerotic asphyxiation. But that's just me. that's what I think about when I see a belt.
Never tried it. I'm too afraid.
Okay.
Yeah, that's an interpretation.
I doubt that. I believe in you, Jeff. So, Jeff, we're going to do the movie news right now, which is when Danny's going to read the news. Oh, hey. Hold on.
I feel like Danny has the kind of accent of the guy who invented autoerotic asphyxiation.
I think he'd be a great guest.
In Brazil, that might be actually true.
It's an interesting story. Hi, Jeff. No shirt tonight? Fancy?
Yes, that's from Alan Smithy. He said something, and he said, "Hi, Jeff. No shirt tonight? Fancy." And then also, can you get Danny to use his Brazilian connections to get Triple B on your show? That'd be a great guest. Ask Triple B about his rampant cocaine use. Maybe I will. But Jeff, now we're gonna.
Okay.
Now we're going to read the news, and then we're going to talk about it, which is great because you don't know this, but every single week on this show, we managed to read something about the Snyder Cut. And every single week, we talk about how it's actually you that they're talking about. So this is going to be an interesting week.
Course.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. We talk a lot about how Crow is your favorite movie. Crow 2.
Crow 2.
Yes, Crow 2 Crow 2 City of Angels. Yeah, we all know this because it's your favorite movie. You told me that once.
Yep.
What's everyone's favorite INX song? I don't know what that is. What's INX?
In Excess?
Yeah,
In
what's that?
Excess? Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking it up right now. It is Don't Change. Don't Change.
Wow. That's an interesting question.
Are you pandering, Jeff? Or do you actually know?
No, I have one In Excess song in my phone, and it's called Don't Change, so I assume that's my favorite.
Okay, I'm going to say that my favorite is also Don't Change. What's your favorite, whoever asked that? AJ? Okay, news time.
Don't interrupt that.
All right, let's see if I stumble on this one. Paranormal Activity is getting a reboot from Will Eubank and Christopher Landon for Paramount Players. The movie has current release date for March 4th, 2022.
Hey, do we know anything else about information about that? Like, it's getting a reboot, like the
Again?
marked ones? Yeah, I was going to say, the marked ones is already kind of a soft reboot of the whole franchise, if I remember correctly. That's the one that is in Spanish, but takes place in Los Angeles. But it's a cool concept. I really liked how they did that movie.
I don't believe this is going to be found footage.
What?
So what's the point?
I think Hollywood has moved on from found footage, and I think that's how they're going to sort of reboot this series, because it is a good piece of IP. It's a good title, but there's more that they can do with it if they didn't limit themselves to the found footage gimmick.
But outside of the found footage gimmick, raise your hand here if you remember anything about the stories of the Paranormal Activity universe, like the extended canon. I can tell you things.
I don't know anything, like nothing, and
There is a ghost.
So it's a female cult. It's passed down through for the women in the families, and they hang out with a imaginary friend / demon named Toby. They're all sorry.
What a lame name.
Yeah, I know. It's a really fucking lame name. And
for a demon.
Yeah, every single movie is kind of exactly the same, except the marked ones, which again took it into like Spanish abuela territory and kind of made it cool. But like these movies they have nothing without the whatever.
I had a crush on the original actress though, Katie Featherstone.
Did she ever appear in anything else?
No, I don't think so. Not really.
Nice.
Nice.
So you just remember that you had a crush on her from the original movie.
Yeah, I know she was in like one or two of the other ones too, but whatever.
Maybe you're right. She appears like in the archival footage that they do. I mean, I really like the third one. The third one's the one that they just retconned it and made it take place in the 80s and talk about how they grew up. And it was directed by the guy, not Nell Schulman, but the other one, not that one, the other
Ariel
one.
Schulman? Wait.
Raoul Schulman, yeah. Yeah, his brother, Raoul, who did...
Yeah, Henry Juice and Ariel Schulman, yeah.
Yeah, they ended up doing the third Paranormal Activity movie, and that one's pretty good. Finally, something I know about in this news item section. Next,
I watched the third one. I like the Andy with the witches and the crazy grandmother.
So Will Eubank's Underwater. Did you guys see that Kristen Stewart movie?
No, what is it?
Nope.
It was like Alien Underwater, and it starred Kristen Stewart and came out last January.
Oh, no. Shape of Water, yes.
The Shape of Water?
No, Underwater.
No.
Anyways, that's what Will Eubank did, and like I didn't really care for Underwater, but I remember sitting in the first 20 minutes of it and being like, "Is this movie a masterpiece?" Like I love the beginning of Underwater.
This is kind of how I feel about Under the Silver Lake, where I'm like, is this movie like smart? They hired a cryptologist. They hired the guy who like created this cipher, and there's ciphers hidden all over that movie, but none of the ciphers lead up to anything, and they're dumb. And I'm sorry, but it's dumb.
That movie's the one. Come on.
The movie has elements that I like, but I don't like being led around with breadcrumbs to go find something and do all this work. I mean, I didn't do the work. Reddit did the work. But, like, have people decode shit and have that code be meaningless. I think that's mean. I think that's mean. It's a mean thing to do. It's all
a metaphor for something, you know.
It is a metaphor.
Games like that.
Movies shouldn't be mean. People put in hours of work, and not me, but someone else did. So, next news that we have.
Donald Glover and Phoebe Waller-Bridge will be putting a new spin on Mr. and Mrs. Smith for new Regency and Amazon Prime Video. The series, which is based on 2005 hit film, is due out in 2022.
Whoa.
And who cares about that, Sean? Really? We have Sneider. We could do a Sneider cut joke.
No, I care so much about this news. I did not realize it. Are they going to star in it, do you think? Or are they?
Yes, they're going to star in it.
That's so fucking hot. That's so fucking hot.
I can see
That's
that.
I mean, look, she made a gay guy look incredibly sexually appealing in Fleabag season 2. So, like, she can absolutely do some work with Donald Glover.
Videodrew, what movie did they work on together?
What movie did these two work on together?
Yeah.
Gosh, I don't know. Was it the new James Bond movie coming out?
No.
What
Daney?
movie?
I hate movie trivia, by the way.
Solo.
Oh my god!
Oh,
that's
fucking!
right.
Yeah.
Oh, right, because she's the fucking feminist robot. That's
Boom.
right. She's the feminist
Wow,
robot.
nice pull there, Jeff.
Nice.
I get that
Again,
don't
Star Wars.
And you don't like Star Wars, yeah?
I know.
Wait, Jeff, isn't it? Well, we can get into this during the interview portion, but I have some questions about your feelings about stuff. So, what do you think about
I
this?
went to college with Donald, right?
Wait, the same? Oh God, you would be like around the same year. Oh, that's right. Like the whole Derek comedy thing was around you guys.
Yeah, I know all those guys.
Like DC Pearson and
DC
the other one.
and
this skinny one.
Is it? Wait, DJ Goo. Wait, hold on. No. That's the producer. Hold on. I'm gonna get it.
I don't know. The other guy, I just assumed his name was Derek.
Dominic Durkis. Dominic
Durkis. Yeah. If you guys don't know what Derek comedy is, it was pretty funny, and it's where Donald Glover got his start. And it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Pretty funny. Okay, what do you think about this news, though, Jeff? Are you looking forward to this show?
I mean, I was pretty surprised when it was announced, and the way that it was announced on like Donald's Instagram stories. I mean, I think a Mr. and Mrs. Smith reboot was inevitable. I think it's interesting that if you're gonna reboot a movie with friggin' Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, like you better have a damn good cast, and you better have a reason to do it. So I like that this series, just by being a series, by virtue of being a television thing, is going to distinguish itself and differentiate itself from the movie.
And that she has some history working on this kind of project with like Killing Eve. Like she's done really good, or like one season worth of good television already that takes place in sort of like a spy genre.
I like the interracial leads too. So
yeah, me too. I think they have a lot of sexual chemistry. Again, like I think that looks good.
That's gonna work, yeah.
Yeah, and she knows how to make shows really sexy. Like again, if you've not seen Fleabag, especially season 2,
I haven't seen Fleabag. It's been on my list for a long time, but
Callie Fuckiante is all I have to say.
I do want to watch that.
I never thought I could be more in love with the guy who played Moriarty in the Sherlock TV show, but then I could, apparently, because Fleabag was a thing.
Don't you love him?
What? Andrew Scott?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love him. Oh, I met him once, yeah. Okay, so next news. But it's not like the time I met Evan Peters. Like, I didn't kiss that guy, because he's, again, very gay, and he would not like that. But I met him at one time.
Wait, who is gay?
The guy who plays Fleabag's the priest in season 2 of Fleabag.
Oh, Andrew Scott. Okay.
Andrew Scott. I didn't know about that.
I needed it.
All right, more words.
Sorry,
an animated series.
Very public.
Okay. An animated series based on the classic board game Clue is in development at Fox. Clue was originally released as a board game in 1949. No writers or producers are currently attached to the project.
So does this really count as news?
Yeah, it's like this is more like a humor.
Something's in development, and nobody's attached to it.
I think what it means, like when trades run these stories, it's basically like they know that they're looking for a writer. So if they're looking to hire a writer and they're interviewing writers and whatever, then at that point it's in development.
So is this like a thing where other writers they get their hackles up and they're like, oh, I should go audition and write Clue? Because let me tell you something.
Sure, yeah, people have like a pitch. Yeah, if I don't know who created this show though. I mean, normally there's some kind of a creator. I don't know. Yeah,
you think there's a showrunner behind it? Like they're just announcing that they have an IP available. That's basically what we're doing here.
We have a thing.
I love this, by the way. I'm thinking like a ton of people that would be really good for this. Sarah Violet Bliss from Search Party would rock a Clue show. Like that would be a great thing for her.
Has to be a limited series though, right?
Yes, it has to be a limited series, and then every season takes place in a different kind of house. Boom. You just Fargo that shit. It's really good. I had a really good idea.
That could be interesting. I don't know why they're doing this like animated though. I mean, I guess Disney like has the rights to Clue now because Clue's at Fox, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Clue is at Fox. They just said it's developing at Fox.
Yeah, but this is the TV state. This is I guess Disney owns those too now.
It's going to be a cartoon.
I don't know. It's
Disney
all,
does
it's
own Fox.
all confusing. Wait,
I'm
does
confused
Disney
about what
own
the
the
Disney.
TV stations?
Yes. No. I'm pretty
You
sure shaking
should
his
know
head.
that.
I'm totally.
Yeah, I feel like you should know.
I should.
Jeff, what was your favorite show this year?
My favorite
What was
show?
your favorite show this year, Jeff? Yeah.
I have to look it up.
Well,
Go
zero.
to Daney first.
Well, this year
No, I don't
has
have a
almost
question.
begun.
I
I
don't
don't
care
have
what
many
Danny's favorite
options.
show was. I don't care.
Wow.
Mine was Attack on Titan.
I did not watch it.
That is not a show. That is a anime.
Anime.
Right,
It's an
coming
anime.
up. Coming up.
It's terrifying.
It was the
It's
last thing. The Michael Jordan documentary series.
That was your favorite thing about 2020 television.
Yeah. But if you asked me to
Okay.
not do documentary, then it was the Mark Ruffalo limited series. I know this much is true.
Wow, what a
Nice.
bummer you are. What was that? That
Followed
movie,
by-
that show looked like a bummer.
Followed by Ozark season 3, Fargo season 4, and Dave, the premiere of Dave.
Yeah, I remember you were a big Dave stan.
Yeah.
I was gonna watch Fargo season 4. It's the only Fargo season I haven't watched.
It's great.
I love Fargo. Yeah, I don't know why I haven't watched this one. I love Jessie, whatever her name is. It's not Jessie Plemons, but she was in that movie.
Jesse
with her.
Buckley.
Jeffy Buckley. She's great.
hmm
Did it end well? I feel like I was just waiting to hear the reviews.
Yeah, it did. It ended great.
Okay. Well, then that's two thumbs up from Jeff on the Sneider Cut. And here's the last piece of news. I think we have one more piece
Do you
of
watch
news.
Ozark though, Drew?
No, I've never seen. I've watched the first 3 episodes of Ozark, and it like bums me out. But I will admit that Jason Bateman has this ability that I don't think has been tapped into that well, except in a few cases, to play bad guys, or at least morally dubious people, in a way that I feel like I want to see more of from his work. So maybe I should watch Ozarks because it seems like that kind of character on the show. Not a great guy. Married to Laura Linney. Prestige Television. So anyway, what are your thoughts though on the one piece of news we didn't do today for some fucking reason, even though there is something to talk about?
Right.
What were your thoughts on that Sneider Cut trailer?
Your cut.
I mean, it looks pretty epic. Like, listen, Warner Brothers marketing department, even though they've been through a lot of changes lately, has always traditionally been the best in the business. And they know how to cut a mean trailer. I mean, the Suicide Squad trailer was amazing. Okay. So, I mean, I'm open to seeing this. Like, I hated the first Justice League, but I also barely remember it. So this will almost feel like it's brand new to me.
I mean, they keep trying to put this stuff in. It's almost like we're going to be watching a new movie. And I'm like, no, we're not. It's going to be the same movie with extra bonus content, right? Like,
we watched a 2.5-hour movie before. Now this is 4 hours. So it's like an extra,
hour hours?
Yeah, it's 4 hours.
Are you serious?
Supposedly it's 4 hours, right?
Yeah,
How do
dividing
people think
into
this
4
is
parts.
better? How is that better?
One part.
It's
Just
not
one
about
part.
it's not about being better though. I think it's about it's about letting Zach fulfill his quote unquote vision.
I do like that so far. The one thing I've heard about this is from Sneider himself. He said that this movie, don't expect it to be a comedy, which is really good because my hopes were getting really high up there that the Sneider Cut was going to be really fucking funny.
Are you sure with that Jared Leto stuff?
I mean, they put "We Live in a Society" in the trailer, and then they tell us it's not a comedy. Very
It's a
interesting.
meme generator.
I don't think Zack Snyder's a very self-aware dude.
No, I mean, I've seen Sucker Punch more than once, and so I deserve a Medal of Honor or something. But no, that's
2 times? Twice? That movie?
more than
really?
once. I've seen Sucker Punch. Oscar Isaac is in it. It's been a very
Yeah,
small-
Oscar Isaac was not that bad on that movie, yeah.
Yeah, he's got a little Gomez mustache. It's weird. Anyway, Jeff, now is the part where we talk to you about your interests and your things and what you like. So what's that about?
Well, I mean, lately, okay. Here's like a trend piece that like another publication that would maybe ask me to write about, but I don't think Collider would give a shit about it. I feel like HBO Europe is killing it lately.
What are they doing?
Europe.
Yes, HBO is like all these foreign shows that they're doing. I love the investigation. I just finished watching Beartown tonight. It was great. And
Like the Young Pope?
Next, like these shows are supposed to be really, really good.
So wait, these are produced by HBO's European division and not like Sky that we're bringing over to our HBO, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah, like I don't think that these are actual like acquisitions so much as they are local productions that HBO actually invested in.
And so what is Beartown? What is
Okay, Beartown is a great premise. So it's about a former like NHL player who goes back to his hometown in Sweden to be the coach of like the teenagers team. And the teenage team sucks, but like the kids below them, like the 16-year-olds, they're really good. There's a lot to work with there. So basically the star player on his team ends up raping his daughter.
Wow.
Like do you with the big game coming up, like what happens? Like and like the entire town like is sort of riding on this game because if they win the game and they get to keep the arena open.
Oh so my god!
Like yeah.
That sounds European. That sounds very European. That sounds fucking
awful. ASG coming in with I don't know if he put this before or after what you said, but he just said we should call it pucks. That's I don't know. He might have written it before you said the great part is the thing.
Beartown is kind of perfect for it, but I really liked it. I thought it was very sensitive. I mean, you're dealing with teenage sexual assault, so it's tricky territory.
That's really dark. Is it a comedy?
No. And then the investigation I watched a couple weeks ago, and that is like about the famous murder of Kim Wall, the Swedish journalist who went on board this guy's like homemade submarine and then disappeared.
Wow, I wonder what happened to her. Did she die in a fucking submarine?
I don't want to spoil things.
Okay.
Maybe she's still there, living with the fish.
That's so crazy. If your like last known sighting was going into a homemade submarine, I mean, I think I got a clue about where you might be.
Yeah.
Under the fucking water.
That's a horrific series.
I saw one that I didn't like that much this week, so I can talk about that. I saw the Cecil Hotel documentary on Netflix.
It wasn't very good.
Wasn't very good. It took a case that, like, on the surface would be interesting. It's by Derringer, right? It's by the guy who did the
It's by Joe Berlinger, too, which is surprising. Yeah. Like, he's, like, churning them out too fast.
Right. Joe Berlinger usually does really great docs. Did he do the Memphis 3 one?
He did the Paradise Lost movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Paradise Lost movies. He did the Bundy tapes, and he also did the Bundy movie.
Bundy wasn't great either. None of his Bundy stuff I think was really good. So
I think Efron kind of almost got there, but then like I feel like the story was missing, which is why they put out a doc. But anyway, this documentary should be about the very cool Cecil Hotel, which is like a murder hotel. If you've seen American Horror Story Season Hotel,
Hotel, yeah. Yeah,
it was like the hotel. It was called Hotel. That was the season. Season 4, I believe. 4 was Freak Show. Season 5, I believe. It's about kind of like the Cecil Hotel where, like, Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, used to stay there. The Black Dahlia used to maybe be around there. And then it's had, like, just a huge history of murder and suicide and just crazy stuff. It's right on, like, Skid Row in central LA. It's not a great place to be if you're young and a tourist. And it's about the disappearance and sort of case surrounding this one girl. What was her name? God, I forgot.
Elisa Lam.
Elisa Lam, right? Exactly. Who came down from Canada, and the last known sighting of her was this footage of her in the elevator from the Cecil Hotel that looks bonkers. Like she's pressing all the buttons, she's like getting in and out of the elevator, like staring at something down the hall, like she's making these weird arm gestures, like you just don't know what's going on, and like that's cool, and like would have been a cool subject for the documentary had this case not already been solved a while ago. I'm not gonna say what it was, but like focusing on this story as if it was the most interesting part of the hotel when the hotel had like a very long history of other crazy shit happening. I feel like could have been, I don't know, I feel like it could have been handled better. That's my 2 cents. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, they just infer a lot from like her social media postings. They don't really talk to anybody who really knew her, just people who become obsessed with her case. And it's just kind of sensational. Yeah, I didn't.
Preachy near the end. It was like, don't judge people on the internet just because they make videos about like murder.
Yeah, she was definitely having like some kind of mental episode, and so it feels just a little like exploitative.
Yeah, I mean, there was they mentioned a good point though, and I wish this would have been like, you know, kind of drummed up more. Although I don't know how to do it without being exploitative. I think if they had focused less on one case and more about the history of the hotel, which again, victimless crime because the hotel is like under new management and is like gonna be renamed and everything. You can go on the hotel as hard as you want, like just rip it to shreds. But like, there's this crazy shit that happened in the hotel, and there was a bunch of synchronistic events that went around it, like the tuberculosis outbreak that happened all around right after she like disappeared, and the fact that the tuberculosis test is named the like Lamb Francis.
There was a lot of conspiracy theories. It was like, kind of like throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. Did you watch Barb and Star yet?
Marvin Starr?
Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar.
Oh no, that's a movie though. I really isn't it Barb and something? Barb and Barb?
And Star.
Okay, no, I haven't seen that yet. I've been watching Attack on Titan. Like I said, it's my first anime. It's good. It's really scary. I have a lot of thoughts. I watched it really quick, and then I'm watching movies for Schmoedown because that's my life.
What are you watching for Schmoedown, Drew? Tell me.
Why would I tell you that?
I don't think that's appropriate for you to.
I'll give it one away. I'll give one away. I watched a little movie called Dune. Now, Dune.
Of course you did.
I had never seen Dune before. That movie is
really.
Yeah, you would think, but like I'd never seen it before. I don't even know if I can put anything away. You've never seen Dune? Yeah, it's fucking batshit. It's like if Star Wars, but for like crazy people, is what I got out of that.
David Lynch's Star Wars version.
It is David Lynch's Star Wars, which you would think that like it was something that would naturally appeal to me, but like it's so bananagrams. I don't know if I can think of it. Like the whole thing about the spice melange and like I don't know the spice is life. I don't know. It sounded like a breakfast commercial. It's really weird.
Never had any interest in watching it.
Did you ever read the books?
No.
Okay.
Nobody can read the books. I heard.
Now, Jeff, you're from Boston, correct?
Yes.
And you're in Boston.
Yes.
And so, what do you do for fun?
All I do is watch movies. There's nothing to do for fun. I see my niece. Yeah.
What do you watch?
Occasional bike ride.
Oh, that sounds nice. That sounds lovely. That sounds like already more than I do.
There's too much snow on the ground. I can't, and too much ice. It's all like I can't do anything for months.
So, can I ask you, why don't you have that accent that the movies say that Boston people have?
I can do it. I mean, if the ladies like it, you know. Huh?
Huh?
If the ladies like it, you know.
I mean, I like it. I don't think it's a real accent. JT, I made that point originally that this is
shout out to JT.
JT does not have the accent.
I was a big Patriots fan back in the day. Here's the thing that people don't talk about Jeff so much. He was the most dominating champion of the Schmoedown back in the day. That's true.
We really were. I mean, for back in the day.
Are you excited about the fact that you guys won Schmoedown? Like, and that's cool?
Yeah, I mean, Mark and I are looking forward to defending the belts eventually once teams resumes. And then singles, I got a big match coming up against Dan Murrell. I'm a little nervous. Obviously, he's the GOAT. But I think I have a better chance than you know, Schmoedown fans are giving me.
Why?
There is a chance, yeah.
Why do you think that about yourself?
Well, I just think so much of the game comes down to luck. And you know, I respect Dan Murrell's game. He's obviously one of the greats, but until he beats me, I think he still has a lot to prove in this game. So,
has he never played you?
No, we've never played each other. So,
that's really interesting.
I'm just, you know, trying to get him to answer a 5-pointer, and I'm sure that's his strategy as well. Make me, you know, go the distance, and what we're going to see.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, I'm part of Dan's faction now, so I gotta go with Dan and say boo you. But I also really want you to win, like really badly on a personal level. So it's tough.
It's gonna be close. We'll see. I mean, the 5 rounds makes me nervous. I part of me worries, like, I wonder if I'd fare better doing 3 rounds against him.
You probably, I mean, just anybody if they want to control the.
Yeah, that changes the game a lot.
It does.
Like, I couldn't imagine doing a betting round or the one that's not.
Yeah. The betting round just fucks me up, and like, obviously, I had a rough speed round there in the finals there, even though we won. So I don't really love either of the 2 new rounds that are in championship matches or number 1 contender matches.
Yeah. When you get the wheel for the is it the same wheel for the betting round as it is for the other stuff?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
but
and then
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter who spins it.
I think that's in the rule book that Jeff never got.
Wait, I'm
Right,
confused.
Jeff?
I guess I'm confused. I didn't realize it. So it's the same wheel. So that means somebody's strength is on there, and if you spin it and they get it for the betting round, like you're kind of
both
fucked.
people's strengths are on there, right?
Both are on there, but like, yeah, that's
that's what happened in my match against Oyama, is that he spun like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And he got to spin the wheel because he was winning, or it was tied, or maybe it was tied, and because he was the champion,
Do you think we would have spun the wheel against Harry? I mean, like, would you have spun it differently, given it less?
Yeah,
torque?
I mean, that's the thing. Especially if it's a digital wheel, then who cares? What's the difference?
Yeah,
but
I care.
Harry Potter, brutal.
I care because that wheel so far. The last time I played a game, that Lady Luck was a real lady.
I mean, listen, people aren't wrong when they say, "Well, Sneider, if you're so afraid of seeing Harry Potter on the wheel, why don't you just watch some Harry Potter movies?" And I say, "Well, life's too short."
Come on, they're not that bad.
The Harry Potter movies are mad good. First of all, like they are.
Dude, you're talking about watching 6. I've seen the first one and the last one, so that's 6 more movies I gotta watch. That's like 12 plus hours. No, I can't.
You can kind of jump around.
The first score one is good. The third one is actually very good.
Yeah, the one with Gary Oldman is tight. It's tight.
So
and then I feel like I forget a lot of the later ones and also the beginning ones. But the Harry Potter one with the Gary Oldmans is tight, and I really like the very last Horcrux thing. I like the last time that they did it with Harry. That one was good.
JTE, who is JTE's partner?
That's a good question.
Do we
I don't
even
know. I know who my
JTE?
partner is. Are you excited about this? You want to hear?
Yeah.
Are you allowed to say it, Drew? Before
Yeah,
you got in trouble?
I'm allowed to say it because
Daney. Hey, she's the host.
I don't want to be canceled, Jeff.
That's not how people get canceled or the reasons that people get canceled. It's going to be Whitney Seibold. That's going to be a good
Videodrew and Video Whitney.
Yeah.
Video week.
Twin
Video
freaks.
Simon.
I think. I'm pushing for that names.
Wow. Okay, that is a good name.
And I think that's a pretty formidable
An
team.
excellent name.
Like, as a B team, I think that we're pretty good as a B team.
You can't think of yourself as the B team. You want to beat everybody, including the guys in your own faction.
I mean, ideally, in an ideal world, I would never have to play movie trivia again because, life is not determined by meaningless movie details that you managed to remember. But in a less ideal world, I have to admit that Ben Bateman and Dan Merle are the A team, and I'm not delusional that much.
I don't know. They didn't have much chemistry together last year. I wouldn't just give it to them so quickly.
Sometimes people hype these quote-unquote super teams too much, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. It's not about the super teams.
Cam Shaft is saying from the Drew's crush list. Thanks for bringing that up, Cam. The crush list, the 2020 crush list. That's something we should have brought back for this year.
Wait, did you have a crush list?
Yeah.
I didn't get a notification on Facebook.
It's one of my earliest YouTube videos when I was trying to figure out like what I wanted to do with this channel because I didn't really know what Videodrew was. I was just like doing this game, and I was like, I should probably.
Do you know yet?
I don't think you know those things.
Very unclear because this is supposed to be my in-character show, and as everyone can probably tell, I've kind of dropped that artifice to just be like, I'm just Videodrew. That's what it is. It's just me shouting. So let's just stick with that. Like sometimes I can be awkward, and it's okay.
Who was on this crush list if not me?
I remember the night. Yeah, I remember the night.
I lied. I was doing a lot of false flagging because people were paying me money to release crushes. So I was just making them up. So
That's when you learned that you could have money from the internet, right?
That is how I learned I could get money from the internet. Thank you.
Danny, are you smoking cigarettes or joints?
Cigarettes. I don't smoke joints. Yeah. Even though I'm Brazilian. I know. It's crazy, but...
Wait, what's Janine saying? I mean, 100%. 100%. Let's see. What's she saying? I'm sad Vinny and I didn't get to be on the same faction. I'm sad Vinny and I didn't get to be on the same faction. Vinny's the best.
Well, where is Vinny now?
Vinny's, he got dripped. He got dropped and got...
I feel like Danny and Vinny would make a great team.
Right,
he
Danny
was here like last week or something. Vinny's a cool guy.
Drew Cruz. It's my crew. Drew's Cruz. Anyway, you were from Boston. You were saying.
What?
You were saying you were from Boston?
Yes, I am from Boston, and I can do the accent, when you want, sweetheart.
Give that accent.
Good. You know, when I saw Good Will Hunting in the year they came out, the year of our Lord, I want to say 97, I totally believed that was a made-up accent that they were doing to, add some magical realism into this otherwise, pretty, story, personal story that could happen. I believe that those people were just making up a voice, they were all doing a weird voice. I didn't understand Boston. I still don't, even from being from the East Coast. I don't believe that anyone ever talks like that.
It's a hard city to describe, when I was filming The Departed here.
Departed. Newly appointed federal marshal.
Fucking Kaiser shows up with a cigar.
What is that accent? What's the origins of that? Is that a French thing? The Creole accents also sound very strange to me.
I don't think it was French. It was the Irish.
Oh.
Yeah, the Irish, yeah.
Oh,
I learned that from The Departed.
Yeah.
I probably should figure that out. You guys love Irish things and, Irish Day.
And drinking.
Celtics.
It's cold, fucking cold here in Boston. It's wicked cold.
It's wicked cold.
Jordan, I know that Kaiser has a good team named the Beauticians. I just don't think of myself as a beautician. I really like Twin Freaks, and I will be lobbying very hard for that. But we'll see. We'll see how things turn out.
Have you seen The Beautician and the Beast?
No, is that a movie?
Yes. Are you serious?
Is it starring me?
No, it's starring Fran Drescher. Oh, Mr. Sheffield.
Oh, the original Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Sheffield. Do you know that she was in Spinal Tap?
No.
Yeah, she's playing a very posh lady holding a party in Spinal Tap. It's very strange.
Spinal Tap is one of those movies I thank God I've never been asked about in the Schmoedown.
Jeff, who's the Spinal Tap guy?
Who is it? Is it French for guest?
Yeah, but who's the other one?
Michael McKean?
Okay, and who's the third one?
Is it Harry something?
Yes. Keep going.
Almost there. Repeat the question.
It's the Seinfeld guy, right?
No, I don't know if he's in Seinfeld. He's the Simpsons guy.
Right, that's what I meant. Sorry, that's what I thought I was saying. The Simpsons guy. Harry Shearer.
Yes, you got there. He's got the really weird deep vote. Principal Skinner. Yeah.
Wow, good pull, man.
Good job, Jeff. So, it's the memes that are this one goes to 11. I guess that's not really a meme.
That's all I know is the goes to 11. That's all I know about that movie.
Because it's Christopher Guest, so it's gentle. And he didn't direct it, I think. Rob Reiner directed it because it's a meta Rob Reiner documentary.
That was one of those movies that a counselor turned on at summer camp, and we watched it for a half an hour, and we are all like, this sucks, turn it off.
Well, they're Christopher Guest movies. They're gentle movies. You're not going to watch Best in Show for cruelty's sake. They're literally mockumentaries that are just nice. They're nice, and their viewpoints on the world are gentle. Who directed the '90s Stallone comedy Oscar? I don't know, guys. This isn't trivia night. This is hangout nights.
Was it Stallone, JT?
It seems like it.
Peggy's asking, is Harry Shearer the DJ from Wayne's World 2? Yep, Mr. Handsome, I think it's called.
Handsome Dan. Handsome Dan.
Yep.
Shout out to Peggy. Due to the Schmoedown.
I love how they make you think it's Ted McGinley, too, and he's just the screaming guy.
Yeah. John Landis. Oh. Well, wow. Great. I've really missed the John Landis questions we could be getting for all these movies.
It's a new category. I heard.
What John Landis's worst thing that he gave to the world is, and sometimes it's like my favorite from Difficult People.
I want to hear what Danny's favorite movies are. I want to get your tastes because I know what Videodrew likes.
What do I like?
You like David Lynch. Everybody knows that.
No, don't give away my secret.
Oh, it's a great secret. My favorite movie, Jeff, is Let the Right One In. The Swedish one.
Okay.
That's what got me to...
Okay, there's a TV series coming out about Let the Right One In, right?
Yeah, I heard about that. I don't know if...
I heard that they offered one of the leads, and I don't know that he said yes. I don't think that he did. But I heard Nick Offerman.
Oh, that would be very cool.
Which one of the vampire children will Nick Offerman be playing? Nick Offerman would
be playing
the lead one.
He's great. I love him. I love him and Megan Mullally. I think they're like a power couple that we don't talk about enough. Sort of like when Amy Poehler was with Will Arnett for a short period of time and married, or like Nick Kroll and Amy Poehler. All the comedian power couples that I think of. Oh wow, another donation.
Where's Narc?
That the blue meth bird from Brazil is the new Wolverine.
Blue meth bird being the new Wolverine, probably.
What did you say? What did he say?
Is there any truth to the rumor that the blue meth bird from Brazil is the new Wolverine? Because last time we had you on a show, Jeff, you talked about who the new Wolverine might be.
Oh, that's right. That is true. Yeah, it's definitely not Shia LaBeouf anymore. That's for sure.
Oh,
wow.
Thank God.
Last time you wouldn't even tell us. You told us off air, but that's cool.
The rumor was that they wanted Shia in X-Men, and Shia wanted to be Wolverine, and they thought more Iceman because Wolverine is like a lot of pressure, and they didn't. He's kind of like up and down, so they need someone like really reliable as Wolverine. He's not going to be anything.
He's canceled. Like he's canceled now, right?
Yeah, he's definitely. I don't think he's like
canceled, but he's somewhat canceled.
Right. I think that in a few years he'll be back, but like he's already in rehab. Whereas like you don't hear about like going to rehab.
No, Jesus I mean Christ. A lot of people. There's no shame on rehab. Like there's a comedian that I really love right now who's I think went to
no. That's like it's a good thing that Shia is going and getting help and has admitted it. Like there's a lot of guys who just like are in denial.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of those people, why does it make sense for Miles Teller to star in a movie as a young Jeff Sneider?
Why does it? Why doesn't it? I mean, since I've always wanted Shia, and now Shia is too high.
You want to be Shia?
Oh, I think Shia would be a great Jeff Sneider, but Miles would be fantastic as well.
Miles he's got your how do I say this?
Goofy and charm.
Swagger.
He has this smirk, He has this Snyder smirk. I like this smirk.
I like to think Shia, Miles Teller, and then a little Christopher Abbott in there.
Right. I guess it's Christopher Abbott, but also Christopher Abbott from like the new Cronenberg kid movie, like the Possessor movie, where it's like fucked up Christopher Abbott. Like, yeah. Not like Christopher Abbott when he was like a cuck in Girls, but like the other Christopher Abbotts that I've seen. He needs to be in more things. He's a very talented actor.
He's great. I think he could be something really big soon.
Brendan Meyer, Jeff Sneider, Jesus Christ.
No.
Yeah.
No.
But you know what? If you've watched the OA, you know that Brendan Meyer can play a little different because on that show he's very sulky. He was like the drug addict kid.
That is true. He wasn't Mr. like upbeat like he actually
is.
I
was very surprised when I met him because I was like, didn't this guy die of like a fentanyl overdose?
He's spot on with Sean Young and Videodrew, 100%.
People say that, and then I'm like, really? Because like the Sean Young I grew up with is not like an emulating, like not someone you want to emulate, but I get Sean Young. When she was like
back in the day.
Right, and I knew from Ace Ventura, basically, and then getting drunk at the Golden Globes and yelling at Julian Schnabel. Remember that?
Love Julian Schnabel.
I can see that. Here is.
To be fair, it's totally cool to get drunk and yell at Julian Schnabel whenever the fuck you feel like it. Like, do you?
Julian Schnabel just wears pajamas around. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's a New York thing. Miles Teller took the role of a boxer in Bleed for this just to get in shape for playing Jeff Sneider in the biopic. I actually interviewed Aaron Eckhart for Bleed for this.
Good movie. Underrated movie.
Underrated movie. Do you know that Aaron Eckhart actually gained all that weight? Like he thought it was like cool to gain all that weight.
He's an actor, Aaron Eckhart. By the way, I hear not a fun guy.
Not a fun guy. Really bad interview. However, beforehand I got into a Butte and just asked him for a bunch of stories about their days in like Brigham Young. So I got a couple cool things loaded in there. Like how In the Company of Men was a play originally, and they tried to put it on, and again Brigham Young, the Jesuit Mormon school they went to. And it got shut down like in previews and like they got thrown out. It's a good story. Good content. Guys, so Jeff, you're from Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have been seeing this on the show a lot.
So that's a pretty easy segue to our next segment here that we have going on. I do want to remind people to please like and subscribe and comment and rate and whatever you're supposed to do on videos, do that, please. Like, thank you. And also the Streamlabs are still open, streamlabs.com/Videodrew. Mid-roll shout out to the fact that we're going to have a Zoom party after this for the Patreon. So sign up and become a Patreon today and get a bunch of cool perks like that and study sessions and a bunch of things. I'll mention them later near the end. Jeff, I want to play a game with you that's really organic, I would say, from the way that this whole conversation's been. It's going to be called Move It to Boston.
All right.
So the game... Because we've been talking so much about Boston this evening and all the different stuff that could go on there and where it's from and all the Irish people. We're going to have different movie posters and we're going to put them up. And then we're going to talk about what these movies would be like if we moved them to Boston.
100%. This is the game I've been born to play.
Awesome. I'm so looking forward to it too. And there's no winners and no losers in this game. It's a collaborative game. So don't get like testy about it. Okay.
But I'll probably win anyways. But okay.
You'll probably win. You will probably
You're probably going to win, yes.
Let's go. What's the first one? Okay. So real quick, I saw that in the backstage for a second. I went, why didn't you just go with the first one whose plot we all know?
Right.
Why would you go with the Tom Everett Scott version that only I probably know? But sure. Let's just imagine that this says American Werewolf in London, so we can all be on the same John Landis page.
I've got it.
All right.
Okay, so what is it about, Jeff?
Every 13 years, okay, St. Patrick's Day aligns with a full moon.
Yes.
So this guy is out partying, and he gets bit at this club called Paris.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And is he a Southie or what's going on with Boston?
This is a North End. This is a little bit classier than the South Shore. This is the North End. So he gets bit and basically turns into a werewolf, and he owes his bookie money because he bet on the stocks.
He bet on the stocks?
I guess the timing doesn't really work for that one.
No, I do want to know, like, you can bet on stocks now, but, like, are you telling me, like, he gambles on, like, he bets on the horses, but he just does it for, isn't that just trading? Is there like a side bet? Is there like a
he bet on GameStop.
Yeah, he's a sports gambler. He's like Adam Sandler in Uncut Gems.
Okay.
And so he gets bit, becomes a werewolf, and like sort of goes after the bookies that he owes money to who have threatened his family. The end.
Oh, nice. Is this very much like your idea for Uncut Gems, but that you just want to make?
This is
But there are werewolves.
It's a horror Uncut Gems, yes.
I think that sounds great. Plus the accents, that really gives it to the leading edge to this movie. Who would you see starring in it?
Who's starring in this movie? Unfortunately, I know he's been canceled, but it's Casey Affleck. Casey Affleck is the one who gets cast.
Wow.
You don't want to put Casey Affleck in your back pocket for some later point in this game where you might need to bring out a Casey Affleck? We're going to just blow your Casey Affleck one.
Okay, fine. Wait a second. Casey Affleck had a scheduling issue. I forgot. He couldn't do this movie.
Of course he could.
That's the thing about werewolves, actually.
Yeah.
This would be young Jonathan Tucker.
Who's Jonathan Tucker?
Jonathan Tucker from City on a Hill, from Kingdom, from Sleepers, from Charlie's Angels, that last one.
What was
the
he?
age him?
Oh, the new one. Hey
Charlie's
Siri.
He's the villain in Charlie's Angels, isn't he?
Hey Siri. Charlie's Tucker.
Jonathan Tucker.
Hey Siri, Jonathan Tucker. Show me pictures of him. Show me pictures of Jonathan Tucker, please.
He was in the Valley of Elah, Sleepers.
Oh, Sleepers. Everyone loves to talk about Sleepers. Like, that's the Rosetta
It was one of my favorite books.
What is Sleepers?
That's where the 4 kids pull like a prank, like and really like injures a guy, and they get sent to like juvie essentially. And then they get raped by the guards and beaten, and then they grow up and they kill the guards, and they get put on trial, and their friend is the prosecutor.
Hey, Jeff, I feel like there's a theme with all the stuff you love. Am I incorrect in thinking that? There's like one thing that's like sticking out of all the stuff that you love.
Sleepers, the movie is not great. The book is better, but it also stars. Look at this cast. De Niro and Dustin Hoffman. That's 2 of like the top 10 actors of all time.
Wow.
Right? Brad Pitt.
Wow.
It's quite Kevin Bacon. It's quite a cast.
Can I be honest? I know exactly
That's
who
a
this
good
guy
cast.
is.
Yeah.
Billy Crudup.
Tucker guy. I see him as you. That's also he reminds me of PJ or Ransom, the guy from It 2, Chapter 2, who plays the grown-up Eddie.
James Ransom.
I know him as PJ because I actually knew him long before he got famous, and so actually I know.
Okay.
So, but yeah, you can call him James. It's Ziggy from The Wire. He's cool.
He's a great actor.
That sounds like a really good movie, actually. So I'm not even going to try.
Yours? What's your take?
Well, no. This is a collaborative game. I help by asking you who's going to be in it. So I helped.
Okay. All
so
right.
now we go to the next slide and we do it all over again.
Exactly. That's how the game works. It's the game built for you to win, Jeff.
Okay. Home Alone 2, Lost in Boston. I actually don't know a lot about Boston navigation. Is it easy to get around in Boston?
No, it's a goddamn nightmare. All right. Jeez. Let's see.
This is Home Alone 3, I guess. We can reboot it.
Kevin is in New York with his family when he gets on the wrong Acela train.
Yeah, that's
going.
West Corridor.
He ends up going on the express train to Boston.
Wow.
Where he winds up dancing on top of a duck boat and leading a Ferris Bueller-like parade through the Boston Commons.
Okay, so how do the Sticky Bandits enter back into this situation?
The Sticky Bandits, okay? They thought they'd moved to Boston years ago. Like, they thought that they'd lost this kid. They didn't have to worry about him anymore. So then
wait. It's years ago. So he's an adult now? It's adult Kevin McAllister?
Yeah, exactly, yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Well, he's like, I don't know if he has kids. Like, I don't know if he's a dad yet. But he is an adult, yeah.
Wait, so he loses his kids in Boston, but technically, since he's the one with the priors, he's the one that's considered lost, and it's the kids outwitting criminals maybe in Boston?
No, I don't know.
Wait.
Maybe he is a dad. Maybe he's a dad, and he loses the kids with mom in New York, and gets they're heading down to New York or DC or Connecticut, wherever. Anyways, he goes to Boston.
I think the Acela part was all correct. This was all correct. Yeah. And I think here's what we do. Fenway Park, someone's trying to rob it. It's just like the town.
We've done the Fenway Park being robbed thing. This has to be like...
That's Home Alone. You Home Alone Fenway Park. That's dope. That's dope.
He has to defend Fenway Park?
Yes. Yeah, and there's like all these little like little gadgets everywhere, and like they're incorporating.
Okay. Wait a second. The Wet Bandits. Okay, they're trying to steal some valuable sports memorabilia.
There we go.
So they're trying to get some famous bats and balls before they know the Red Sox are going to donate it to the Hall of Fame on Monday. Yeah. This is the weekend it has to be done.
Yeah. You're going.
Yeah.
But then they also incorporate a lot of cyber tech into it, so it's like a lot of drone-based pranks now.
Oh, for sure. That's how Kevin sees over the green monster. He flies the drone over.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's like there's a lot of like hidden cameras. There's a lot of sensors. There's a lot of wire tripping, wrong footage being. There's just a lot of stuff going on. A lot of it's technology reliant. A lot of it's going to be CG. But Joe Pesci will be back and will be doing his own stunts. I think in this one, we will also see a return of Daniel Stern, but I think he will be married and he will have settled down, and it's going to be sort of half the movie is going to be the home aloneing of it, and Kevin learning what it's like to be a father whose children are lost, and half of it's going to be Joe Pesci trying to rope Daniel Stern back into this life.
Ticket sold.
Right? So good. And you just cast everyone the same, and the little kid will be I don't know, one of those little Wrinkle in Time kids.
No, I think you have to trade Macaulay in for a different Culkin.
Oh, well, yeah, if you get Kieran.
Yeah, I mean, even Rory might be an upgrade at this point.
I can see that happening.
Wait, Rory's already canonically in Home Alone. Kieran is already.
Yeah, Kieran is already in it.
Yeah. Wait, you could do it. So this could be about like the kids of Kieran, or he could be the uncle, and he lost Buzz's kids in Boston. Right. That's how I think you play it, Uncle Buck style.
Buck. Like one last mission, you know.
Sorry.
I love Uncle Buck. Sorry, go ahead, Danny.
No. Like this movie is basically the last mission of the stinky robbers, you know.
Right, because one of them has one of them just has a horrible, debilitating illness, and they say they only have 5 months to live, and then it's revealed at the end that it's all been a lie. It's all been a con. The con man. Okay, next one. Delia, have you seen Fish Tank? What the hell? Okay, Beverly Hills Cops 2. I love you're going with a sequel. No, we're just going to do Beverly Hills Cops 1 because I want to go with Beverly Hills Cops I've seen. So the plot of Beverly Hills Cops, but put it in
Boston. Yeah.
A cop from Beverly Hills. Yeah, exactly. His wife comes to Boston to be a nurse, and then he follows her out here because their marriage has been failing a little bit. So he comes to Boston to sort of save his marriage, and while there, her boss or something like that, or her best friend is murdered, and he has to investigate like shenanigans at the hospital where she works.
Now, there's no way in hell this is going to be a comedy, considering it's 2021. It's going to be a very dramatic film. It's going to involve a lot of things about jurisdiction and vigilantism, and
of course,
what is and is not allowed if you're a cop from out of state just deciding to eyeball people into thinking who you did a crime. Do we think we cast Eddie Murphy again, or what do you think?
No, I don't. I think that you cast like a Daniel Kaluuya or John David Washington, somebody like that. Maybe even Donald Glover himself.
Maybe Donald Glover. Maybe
Donald Glover.
I think it's the other guy from Black Messiah that you cast.
Lakeith could do a good job.
I think
it's not Gerard Carmichael, who they were talking about, though. It's not him.
You do also need to make the same character. The Judge Reinhold character needs to be Jesse Plemons again, though, so we can get finally a funny version of their interactions.
That would be good,
right? Because they real missed opportunity in that movie to see a funny Jesse Plemons and a funny Lakeith Stanfield do stuff back and forth. Hey Amber, hey everybody. Beverly Hills Cop was a great Cinema Bias episode. Yeah, I mean, because we found out a lot of things when I watched Beverly Hills Cop, like Mike Ehrmantraut is in it from Breaking Bad.
Right. That's great. Jonathan Banks.
There's so many people from Gremlins who are in Breaking Bad. It's crazy. And Gremlins too. Okay. I like this one, but I also feel like I don't want to touch it with a 10-foot pole for risk of accidentally saying something inappropriate. So we should just move on to the next one of these.
Oh, God.
I can't talk about any cop shit right now. That's fucked
Sleepless
up.
in Boston.
That's
Sleepless.
That's Jeff's Tinder name.
All right.
Tinder handle.
Yeah.
So it's about a young lady who works as a barista at an all-night Dunkin' Donuts.
Donuts.
And she listens to a radio show while she's at work.
Podcast.
And there's
podcast.
Yeah. Okay, it's a podcast. Sure.
Stereo episode.
And she falls in love with the host, who's like this mysterious guy who's never been photographed, who says he's based in California or whatever. Turns out he's just down in Rhode Island in Providence, and they are gonna make something happen.
So, but the thing is, the reason that he's been hiding his face so much is he doesn't want his kids to find out, because he has several kids. He is a principal at a school. And he's keeping his identity private, so he's just, it's kind of like the volume kind of thing where he's got this.
Right, his friends and family can't know that he hosts this podcast. He hosted it in secret because of his job or whatever.
Yeah, because of his job, because of his kids, and because his wife has died. Well, do we kill the wife in this one, or is it just sort of like the wife has decided to go fuck off to Oberlin. Or
She's
something.
in rehab. She's a junkie.
She's in rehab. Yes, I like that.
But that means we're gonna have to deal with like a mid B plot where she like comes back, or they deal with her. He thinks that
Right, she's ready now. She's ready, but you know what?
Yeah.
He's not ready.
Yeah, and there's a whole thing with the daughter and the mom reconnecting. It's pretty good. Yeah, I see this one. Yeah, Sleepless in Boston. Also, I think
so then it ends with him ordering like a certain order that she would be aware of, and she looks up and she knows it's him.
Wait, but the original
chocolate covered trailer and a fucking Dunkaccino.
Dunkaccino.
I like this plot.
It's easy to get lost here in Boston. When you need to go left, you just see all one-way streets going the wrong way. For Southie Hill Cop, I'm not gonna fall for an apple in the tailpipe.
Yeah, Southie Cop not gonna fall for an apple in the tailpipe. Famous part of the movie. You know, originally that was supposed to be a potato in the tailpipe, but then they cut the scene where he was supposed to be running through the kitchen grabbing shit. So since they couldn't do that scene, they were like, "What could he reasonably find out?" Like at a hotel, and they were like, "Banana from the bar, like a banana from the breakfast bar," and they're like, "Fine, banana." And banana in the tailpipe works good because that's the shape of a tailpipe is banana shaped.
I like somehow working a firefight into this plot.
I think there's going to be a firefight, but Jeff, you're missing like a big part of Sleepless in Seattle, which is where they meet at the top of the Empire State Building, and all I got is
at the top of the John Hancock building in this one.
Oh my god, is there really a John Hancock piloting?
Yeah, the Prudential Center, whatever the hell.
I mean, I just know that there's Fenway Park and Harvard.
That's all there is. Every Boston movie pitch was Drew. It's just like, and they end up in Fenway Park.
Or they could end up in Harvard.
They're up in Harvard Square watching the game at Fenway Park. I
feel like I would never fit in Boston. True or false? I feel like there's nobody quite like.
I think you'd fit in with the right Jewish family surrounding you.
Oh wow, surrounding me like protection.
One of us.
I know, like the Novaks. They're up there. They're nearby.
Wait, I know the Novaks. What?
Yeah, I know the Novaks. Have we not talked about this? I feel like that's for a different off-air conversation.
Wait, like Bobby and Rochelle and Tara Novak?
No, like Ben and Lev and Jesse. Like
I don't know any of those Novaks.
Okay. They're like, never mind. Anyway. I feel like this is good. I feel like we're really getting somewhere. I think Sleepless in Boston also has to imply some sort of like drug doing. Oh, it could be the mom's drug addiction.
No. The fucking Dunkin' Donuts, right? It's a fucking haven for fucking drug dealers, right?
Wow, that's a plot twist.
Oh right. Yeah, and then the part where like
she has to deal with a fucking situation where there's a fucking guy ODing in the fucking bathroom.
No, it's the wife. It's the wife.
Right,
this is what
exactly.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Wow, I like this plot.
I'm really good at script doctoring.
Oh my god, let's fucking write this thing. Call it.
Let's do it. It's gonna be a really dark, gritty Sleepless in Seattle, where a woman sort of bonds intimately with somebody when she watches their wife OD and helps them out of this situation, not realizing it's the same guy who hosts her favorite stereo program about
stereo. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Yeah, it's a stereo thing. And she calls in and like leaves little messages and the apps and the back and forth. And you're right, he's lying about living somewhere else.
Drew, invite me on Clubhouse. I'm sure you've been invited.
I don't know what Clubhouse is. But I've been part of too many like secret communities to know that none of them are good. Like none of them
Drew,
are good.
Are you on Raya?
No, because none of them are good. Like no secret groups are good. People want to think that they are, but no secret society, no secret club, no exclusive anything has ever actually been fun. Because fun people don't want to be
except for the Videodrew's patrons. That's a private group, and that's fun.
Yeah, but that's
more like a
cult. There's no gatekeeping. It's like the bronies. You can just join. You can just be one. You can self-identify.
Self-identify.
Yeah. Is a video drone? Go ahead. Okay, let's see.
Wait, what do we cast in this one?
Oh, this is why we keep Casey Affleck in our back pockets, motherfuckers, because we're putting Casey Affleck just front and center of this one. I could also see this being Miles Teller. Maybe you want someone a little bit grittier looking, someone a little bit more washed up. I
like the Miles Teller.
I like Miles Teller too. I'm not sure if I want to give him any more work either, though.
Would this be Jesse Plemons?
No, Jesse Plemons is way too weird. He'd be the head of he could be the head of the rehab. We'll give him that. He could be her manager. Who's
the girl? It's all about the girl anyways.
It is all about the girl. So who's likable? Who's a likable woman in Hollywood? Who Who do I like? Somebody help me out here. Who do I like? Don't say uh-oh. Just
I
tell
was
me.
about to say Anne Hathaway, and then I realized that's the exact opposite of the answer.
Let's see. Who do I like in Hollywood? Emma Stone's fine.
Emma Stone.
Emma
There's
Stone
like a
could be,
couple
yeah.
funny women, I feel like. Definitely not Olivia Munn.
I
Come
don't
on, guys.
see her working at a Dunkin' Donuts, but okay.
Let's be less problematic. Let's think of like some positive things. Lena Dunham. No, I feel like she's canceled also. Chef laughing.
What about what are our thoughts on Anna Kendrick?
No, Alia Shawkat.
Huh?
Alia Shawkat.
Shawkat.
Where's her?
Blake Lively did a pretty good Boston accent in The Town.
Yeah, I mean, we could just put Anna de Armas and really piss off Ben Affleck.
Ooh, that's a good call. Let's do that right now.
Anna de Armas.
She's
Anna
from
de Armas,
Jamaica.
Miles Teller. Boom.
Boom.
It's gonna be a very white movie.
Ticket sold.
Well, yeah. We'll put Jaja Beetz as like the wife or something. We'll put some color in there. Don't worry. Don't worry, guys. Gina Carano. Carano. No, it's not gonna. This is the Ben Shapiro Gina Carano.
Gina Carano is as the junkie mom, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. Okay. Wait,
That's
all
a
the
redemption
women
arc for her.
movies are canceled. I just realized that, like, all the women except for Wonder Woman have been like canceled. Yikes. Okay.
We should have canceled Gal after that Imagine video, though.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That
Wow, that's a cool.
video was no, that was bad. That was bad idea. Okay, next one. I hope you have 100 of these, Sean, because we're gonna go all night. Yeah, I was waiting for this one.
Fear and Loathing.
In Las Vegas.
Awesome.
This is going to be about the time that the Brazilian Big Bird decides to fly to Boston and get hopped up on his blue meth.
Shout out to Gary.
Shout out to Gary. Sean's losing it back in the wings here. I'm just watching Sean. He's losing his shit because he loves this fucking Big Bird so much. Dumbass meth Big Bird.
Loathing in Boston. This is a Damon and Affleck picture, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
If we talk about it too much. Let's see. What if Fear and Loathing in Boston look like?
Matt Damon's a sports writer who gets crazy, and Ben Affleck is his wild friend.
No, his wild accountant friend, right? So that's gonna be.
It has to be accounted, yeah.
Wait, should it actually just be a sequel to Good Will Hunting? And this is sort of like their lives have turned out. Like this is the sadness of it.
Will went off to California to lose his mind in drugs and hallucinogens.
Yeah, it comes back. It's him. It's Ben Affleck as his townie best friend, still like chipping away at it, like just like it was supposed to be. They just get fucked up. Johnny Depp cameos. It's a super problematic thing, but
Yes.
like everyone's kind of like impressed that they had the balls to hire this very problematic guy to do this cameo. And then you get all the money from all those crazy Johnny Depp stans who are crazy. I'm sorry, I'm just putting a stand. I don't care. You downvote this video. Those people are fucking nuts. Those people are crazier than the craziest Trump people. Johnny Depp stans.
Gina Carano co-stars as a piece of shit.
A literal piece of shit that she sees like anthropomorphized.
She voices the shit.
She voices the shit. Amazing. I love this.
Like that.
I love this. Okay, let's see.
Damon and Affleck, yeah.
Damon and Affleck re-team the team. I don't think either of them are interesting enough to be the drug heads. Maybe Damon. I don't know if I believe Affleck has a lot of comedic range or like weird range.
What? From fucking Dazed and Confused and Mallrats?
You mean where he plays the same like douchebag guy? Like I don't see that being like law range. That's just
Shannon
the same.
Hamilton?
What?
Shannon Hamilton. They'll fuck you in the back of a Volkswagen.
Yeah, some are uncomfortable. What, you mean the back of a Volkswagen? Yeah, I like that. Sure. We could have a bunch of fun cameos in this one too. We could have. Well, no, Robin Williams died. Who up?
Fucking Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg.
Johnny Wahlberg.
We could get Jonah Hill and Leo to cameo as like two other guys because those guys like each other and like Leo.
Put Leo back on the fucking lemons and let him fucking crawl throughout the fucking movie.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. Oh, we could also get we could get the barge cat. What's his name? Ray Winstone. He could be in it again too.
Mr. Frenchie.
Mr. Frenchie. The barge cat. Sexy Beast. Great movie, by the way. No one told me Sexy Beast was not an erotic thriller, so I spent all this time thinking that Gandhi had just made a really weird mid-movie career. But no, that movie has nothing to do with sexual.
Gandhi.
They had to option that title from me.
Sexy Beast? Yeah, you had that on lock?
That's what they called me in high school.
In
Why?
high school.
What did you do in high school, Jeff?
You don't want to know.
No, I don't. I think it's like, I definitely don't. Next picture.
He went to high school wearing this coat.
And I'm guessing from the plot of tonight's episodes, I don't want to know. Chicago, but now it's just Boston.
All right.
Just Boston now.
This one's a musical.
Jesus Christ.
You walked into that. What am I supposed to
Fucking
do?
Mike Kalinowski's a fucking defense attorney in Boston who's flying.
Kalinowski.
Wait, I like this. This is like a Schmoedown themed one. Let's keep going.
Right. Roxy Stryer, she's a bad girl on
Yeah.
the wrong side of the tracks.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, then there's Shannon Bonnie,
Yeah.
who's just working the night shift.
I feel like you haven't seen Chicago very clearly.
It's been a while.
I don't think
so
Sneider
this
is a musical guy.
POV of Roxy, which is perfect because that's actually, I'm not lying, the character's name is Roxy. So that works. We can just keep going with that. The other main co-star is Shannon Barney, and in the middle of the movie, you get their lawyer. I see this is more of a Roca part, honestly.
Ben
Like,
Davis.
Roca part.
Ben Davis.
Okay.
Roca's a lawyer.
It also could be a Finstock part. I feel like this is just you just substitute whatever kind of character you want here. And then you need like then you need the that's it. Then you just need the music.
You know I would be the best in a musical, right?
But like, how can you say that without loving musicals? Like, if you don't have it in your heart, you don't have it in your soul.
Oh, I have it in my heart.
No, you don't. You don't have it. Jeff, that's how I know you don't have musicals in your heart. Because those were not even those are not really even like Sparkle Fingers. Like that's not even it.
But his partner, Mark and Draco, like musicals, don't?
Mark loves musicals, and I really
Yeah.
appreciate that about Mark. Like, I feel like we and Mark could just talk about like Sondheim's Assassins for a couple hours. I should have
We
Mark
can
on the show.
talk for hours.
We should have Mark on the show, yeah.
We should have Mark on the show.
Like, get this guy out of here.
No. I mean later, some other time. Maybe some other time, guys. Not tonight.
No,
Unless you have
tonight is the
never-
Boston guy.
No, it's fine. Maybe Guy in the gear role. I could see Guy in gear. Guy gear. It's a weird word.
I think this movie should have a Baldwin cameo or something.
A Baldwin?
Yeah, one of them.
Baldwin Park, maybe. Is that a place near you, or is that a place near me?
No, like Alec Baldwin.
Oh no, he's canceled.
Oh, he's
Man,
canceled.
It's weird how many people we canceled. I feel
There are
like
too much canceled people.
he's not officially canceled. I think he just keeps walking away. It's just weird because it turned out his wife was not actually Spanish or Italian, rather. She was just pretending and making up a fake accent the whole time, which is hilarious. Hilaria Baldwin. So can anyone answer this trivia?
Pirates of the Caribbean
Is that true?
at World's End.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this. Is that the Penelope Cruz one with
I don't know anything. I'm guessing.
I'm gonna say that's probably it. There's not that many swashbuckling.
These people like movie trivia too much.
Okay, Danny, how did you find me, Danny?
Because of your rant about Joker 2 years ago.
Okay, fair enough.
That was a good rant.
That
Thank
was
you.
a good rant.
Where did I-
It was a good rant. Thank you.
Wait, where did I rant about it? Was that on Instagram or something?
It was on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook.
I got really mad. About
You
that.
got really mad.
I was looking for people to come at me, but nobody came at me that hard because no one cares about my fucking hot takes about shit. I'm not like Jenny Nicholson or anything.
Because you're
No.
protected by me.
Oh, really? That's literally what Roka said after I wrote that rant. He says, "I will come take you to see Joker, and I'll protect you, little lady." And I was like, I don't want to die with a tombstone that says "being protected by John Roka the Outlaw."
That's not a good way to die, you know.
Not a great way to go out. Let's see. Dagnino is the only Schmoedown contender to appear in a Pink music video, as far as you know. You don't know what I did before this life. Do we have
You
one more?
appeared on television, right? You appeared on television.
I have a SAG card. I'm in SAG.
Are you
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, because I was in a Law and Order episode, Winter Solstice, where I got to ask through Susie Essman, who played the lawyer, like that, and I was a journalist, and got to yell to Marsha Clark or Cross. I forget which one.
Marsha Cross.
Marsha Cross. I got to yell at her. What'd you do with your husband's? What'd you do with your husband's sperm? But a couple of the takes said semen, or no, I said cum.
I remember that line.
Really?
You improvised the line in line.
And I kept saying cum instead of sperm, and it was like really messing up the takes. It was during a really cold day. Anyway, the showrunner was this guy that I used to do a lot of stories with, and he would let me in the writer's room and stuff. And so when they needed some extras, they like peppering in some New York flavor.
Who was it? Renee Bouncer?
No, it was oh God, what's his name? Oh God, I forgot his name. He's a Pulitzer Prize winning playwright. He took over after he was doing Criminal Intent. Warren Late. It was Warren Late.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. What'd you do with your husband's sperm? What did you do with your husband's sperm? And for that, I get checks like every couple months for like $500. It's great.
Wow.
Yeah. No big deal. So do we have one more of these, Sean, or are we wrapping up here? Let's see.
No, we have one more.
One more.
From Mr. Sneider.
Let's see.
Boston Town.
Oh, forget it, Jake. It's Beantown.
Doubt your commitment to sparkle motion.
For Jeff, you really need to work on your jazz hands. Sometimes I doubt your commitment to sparkle motion. Now name the movie that's from. Sometimes I doubt your commitment to sparkle motion.
Donnie Darko.
Nice. Jeff, how do you think you would do in the quote section of the Schmoedown? No one ever picks it, but like, how would you do?
I don't think I would do very well because I think we have different ideas of what an iconic quote is.
Iconic boat?
That's fair.
Iconic quote. Like the quotes would be like from Roxanne or something. Like, no.
I'm trying to think of one line I know from Roxanne. I don't know any.
Yeah, this is lines from The Jerk. Don't you see The Jerk?
The cans? Why does he hate these cans? Yeah. I grew up a poor black child. That'd be a good quote. That'd be a good one to use. Okay, so Chinatown. I really liked what you said, Jeff. Say it again so I heard it.
Okay, so definitely the title is Beantown.
Beantown.
Forget it, Jake.
Forget it, Jake. It's Beantown.
Yeah.
And let's see. I think there's a conspiracy with the Big Dig.
You know what? I don't think there's enough noir set in Boston. I don't think I've ever seen a Boston noir. Like, what would that look like? You know, like, because LA noir is a very specific kind of rambly, Big Lebowski style, pinch one, the one that's Inherent Vice, or even like Under the Silver Lake. It's a rambly, non-ending sort of no big thing to uncover so much as a bunch of weird serendipitous events kind of film noir. Chinatown, sort of different. But like, and then there's like regular noir, and then what was Boston noir going to look like?
I think it's going to involve construction and the police.
Okay.
Yes, that's right.
Like they're trying to build a new bridge or a new highway, and some developer winds up killed, and there's this whole conspiracy that the detective has to unravel. And meanwhile, his fucking sister-in-law keeps fucking hitting on him.
Is that what makes it Boston? Is that what makes it Boston? The sister-in-law?
Exactly.
I love
Those
that.
sisters-in-law, man.
My sister, be my cousin. You're my cousin and my sister.
The main character has a younger brother who has a family, but he's a fuck up, right? So the older brother has to keep fixing the younger brother, his fuck ups, and the wife is just like, oh, I wish I married you.
That's so good, Jeff. God damn it! This is where we use Casey Affleck and bring out his younger brother Charlie Day. I think. Do they look? They look different enough.
Donnie Wahlberg is insulted that his name has not come up yet.
Donnie Wahlberg will play the developer, I guess.
Yeah, he's definitely a slimy developer.
I want to say, like, who plays the chick? I think this is where we use Blake Lively, or maybe one. Who's the other one I don't hate?
I definitely want to see some girl come down the concrete chute, like they're pouring concrete into like a parking lot, and then her body just like tumbles out the chute.
Her dead body. Okay, so Jeff, I didn't think that's.
She's dead.
She's dead. Okay, what happened to her?
She got put in the concrete. They thought they were just going to mix her into the building.
Oh shit!
Wow.
That's dark. Oh, that's dark. Oh, I like that. They're gonna mix her fucking bones and body into the concrete. But did they like shoot her first, or did they just do it alive? Because that's creepier.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
do it alive.
It's really dark. What's the motto? Forget it, Jake. It's Beantown. That's it.
Beantown, yeah.
Yeah, Beantown. Okay, I love it. So that ends this game. This has been a lot more
I learned a lot of Boston. Thank you.
Yeah, I learned that there's more than one Fenway Park, and I learned that there's at least another building.
Jesus Christ, Sean.
I fucking love it. Say this dude's name again.
Garibaldi.
Okay, so Bill Burr is definitely in B-Town, says somebody. Yeah, he's the police captain. It's going to be easy enough.
For sure. That's 100%.
This is such a good idea for a movie. So some of your ideas, Jeff, can I be honest? I feel like you've been kind of wasted as a news entertainer, like beat reporter, when you could be writing some of these movies.
I easily could. I mean, I did go to school with Donald Glover, but nobody wants to give me a chance, so it's okay.
What are you talking about? You are the industry. You're the industry. You're the instant Sneider.
I'm just really lazy.
Jeff, you're the most important name that on people's cell phone. Remember that.
I mean, when I call, you better answer, because if you don't, you might be reading about yourself on the internet 5 minutes later.
Yeah,
I remember that. That tweet.
I mean,
Jeff, well, you still haven't figured out. Either you haven't figured out the time difference, or you assume I get up at like in the morning. That's the only logic I can come to, Jeff. I don't wake up at 8 a.m. It's fucking
neither
crazy.
do I, Drew. Neither do I.
Yeah, but I don't wake up at 8 a.m. my time, which means 11 your time.
I'm sorry. Do I?
It's okay. It's okay, man. I'll take it offline. Guys, if you ever get a call from Jeff at 8 in the morning, just answer. Sneider has an NYU degree in dramatic writing. Totally cool. It was a dead-end street for her. That's a good tagline. So, Jeff, how did you enjoy being on the show tonight?
I had a blast, although, I thought it was just going to be me and you, Drew. I thought this was going to be like a romantic couples thing. After hanging out with Daney for the last hour and a half, I've had a great time with him. He's a great co-host.
He is a good co-host.
Give him a raise. Give him a raise.
I will. Sure, whatever. Jeff, where can people find you?
Not with Videodrew tonight, unfortunately. At the Sneider on Twitter, Instagram, and Cameo. I am willing to do your podcast, but you have to ask nicely.
Okay. I do think this is a cute kind of like bromance building. I like this. Danny, where can people find you?
Can always find me here in Live the Dark with Videodrew or at Let's Get Ready Network, where we talk about Schmoedown, Star Wars, American sports for some reason. The girls are going to do a stereo show called Danny's Angels. It's not going to be called Danny's Angels. I tried to pitch the idea, but they didn't accept it. And as always, it was a pleasure to talk to you, Mr. Sneider, one of the greatest of the Schmoedown.
Wow.
I didn't even see the socks that you're wearing, Drew.
They're compression socks.
Oh, wow.
Deep socks.
Yeah, they're sexy socks to keep my joints from falling out. Guys, you can stop Danny's Angels. Guys, you can find me right after this at the Zoom party that we have for all patrons of a certain tier group. So you can sign up at patreon.com/Videodrew and find me on the Zoom thing right after this. Otherwise, Mondays and Thursdays, that's the VideoChronic Pop Culture Quiz. We do that at 8 p.m. And it's awesome. Jeff's been part of a couple. He was our reigning Tarantino champ, I believe.
Yep.
He is reigning Tarantino. Then we have on Tuesdays, we have Cinema Bias. This week it's me and Alex Mack going over Superfly and discussing that movie. Yeah, Superfly. It's like a film. Don't give me that look. It's a certain month. I'm doing good. I'm broadening my horizons.
Certain month.
Yeah. I'm just trying to, what?
Black History Month. Shh, don't tell anybody.
I'm trying.
That's a good guess.
Stop.
Hey,
okay.
Am I making you laugh?
Yeah, you're making me laugh. You're cracking me up. Okay, so then Wednesdays is our study session. I do Twitch sometimes, so that's twitch.tv/Videodrew. And then Sundays back here for Live in the Dark. You can also find me on the Schmoedown, where I'm going to be playing, I think it's like Josh McCouga is up next. So we'll be playing him from the...
There's a win for you, Drew.
Yeah, that should be that should be easy enough. Yeah, I beat him in rom-coms. It was crazy. So this is going to be awesome. And then, guys, yeah, Thank you for joining us for Live in the Dark. We'll be back here next week if I feel like it. Probably. I probably will. Okay. I will see you later. Bye forever. Bye.